Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract wealth, while others struggle no matter how hard they work? The answer often lies not in their bank accounts, but in their minds. Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of wealth, exploring the profound connection between your mindset, your behavior, and your financial destiny. This isn't about get-rich-quick schemes. It's about understanding the very wiring of your brain and how it shapes your relationship with money. By the end of this video, you'll have a new lens through which to view your finances and a practical toolkit to start building true, lasting wealth from the inside out. Let's start with a foundational concept: the scarcity versus abundance mindset. Imagine two people. One lives in a constant state of fear, believing there's never enough. They see life as a zero-sum game. Every dollar spent is a permanent loss. Every opportunity is fraught with risk, and someone else's success feels like a personal defeat. This is the scarcity mindset. It's driven by anxiety and the belief that resources are limited. People with this mindset often hoard what they have, are afraid to invest in themselves or their future, and miss out on growth opportunities because they're too focused on what they might lose. They might say things like, "I can't afford that," instead of, "How can I afford that?" It's a defensive, closed-off way of thinking that ultimately limits their potential. Now, picture the opposite. Someone who believes there is plenty to go around. They see opportunities everywhere, view money as a tool for growth and impact, and celebrate the success of others, knowing that it doesn't diminish their own chances. This is the abundance mindset. It's a perspective rooted in optimism, creativity, and collaboration. Someone with an abundance mindset isn't afraid to invest in a new skill, start a business, or take a calculated risk, because they believe in their ability to create more value. They understand that money is a flow, not a finite pool. This shift from "there's not enough" to "there's more than enough" is perhaps the single most powerful change you can make on your journey to financial well-being. It opens you up to possibilities you would have never seen while trapped in a state of fear. So, how do these mindsets translate into real-world financial decisions? This brings us to the fascinating and often irrational world of human behavior. We like to think of ourselves as logical beings, carefully weighing the pros and cons before making a financial move. But the truth is, our decisions are overwhelmingly driven by powerful emotions, primarily fear and greed. Think about the stock market. When prices are soaring, the fear of missing out, or FOMO, kicks in. Greed takes over. People who were hesitant before suddenly jump in at the peak, buying high, because they're caught up in the euphoria. They see others making money and feel an irresistible pull to join the party. Then, the market inevitably corrects. Prices start to fall. What happens next? Fear takes the driver's seat. This cycle of buying high out of greed and selling low out of fear is the classic trap that prevents so many from building wealth in the long run. The thrill of an impulse buy, driven by the desire for instant gratification, or the anxiety that leads to oversaving and never enjoying the fruits of your labor. It's all part of the same psychological dance. Understanding these emotional triggers is the first step toward taking back control of your financial life. The great news is that you are not stuck with your current mindset or your emotional reactions. Your brain is incredibly plastic, meaning you can actively rewire it for wealth and success. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's based on principles of neuroscience. So, how do you do it? Let's get into some practical steps. First, practice gratitude. This might sound simple, but it's a powerful antidote to the scarcity mindset. Every day, take a moment to identify 3 to 5 things you're genuinely grateful for, especially related to your financial life. It could be the roof over your head, the food in your fridge, or the skills you have that allow you to earn an income. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, which is the very definition of abundance. Second, reframe your language around money. Words create your reality. Instead of saying, "I'm broke," try, "I'm currently managing my cash flow carefully." Instead of, "I can't afford it," ask, "What would it take for me to afford this?" This simple linguistic shift moves you from a passive victim to an active problem solver. It trains your brain to look for solutions and opportunities, instead of shutting down at the first obstacle. It opens up creative pathways and empowers you to take charge. Third, practice mindful spending. Before you make a purchase, especially an unplanned one, pause. Take a deep breath and ask yourself, why am I buying this? Is it a genuine need or want? Or is it an emotional reaction? Am I bored, stressed, or trying to keep up with someone else? This moment of mindfulness creates a space between the impulse and the action. It allows your rational brain to catch up with your emotional brain. Over time, this practice helps you align your spending with your true values and long-term goals, rather than fleeting emotions. Another powerful technique is visualization. Spend a few minutes each day vividly imagining your ideal financial future. See yourself achieving your goals, feel the emotions of freedom and security. This isn't about daydreaming. It's about programming your subconscious mind. When your brain repeatedly visualizes a desired outcome, it starts to believe it as possible, and will subconsciously guide your actions and decisions toward making that vision a reality. It helps you stay motivated and focused on the big picture, especially when faced with short-term challenges. Finally, surround yourself with abundance. Your environment and the people you associate with have a massive impact on your mindset. If you're constantly around people who complain about money and have a scarcity mindset, it will inevitably rub off on you. Seek out mentors, friends, or communities that have a healthy, positive, and growth-oriented relationship with money. Listen to podcasts, read books, and consume content that reinforces an abundance mindset. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, so choose your financial circle wisely. So, let's bring it all together. We've explored the fundamental difference between the scarcity and abundance mindsets. We've seen how powerful emotions like fear and greed can hijack our financial decisions and trap us in a cycle of poor choices. And most importantly, we've outlined practical, actionable steps you can take today to begin rewiring your brain for wealth. From practicing gratitude and mindful spending to reframing your language and curating your environment, these tools can create a profound shift in your financial reality. Remember, building wealth is an internal game before it's an external one. You can have the best financial strategies in the world, but if your underlying psychology is working against you, you will always struggle. True financial freedom isn't just about the number in your bank account. It's about achieving a state of peace, confidence, and empowerment in your relationship with money. Mastering your mindset is the ultimate key. It's the foundation upon which all long-term financial success is built. Start today. Be consistent, and watch as your inner world transforms your outer reality. Thanks for watching, and if you found this valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear this message. See you in the next video.